Greetings and welcome to episode 2 of The Six Men.
Hello, everybody.
This is Jim Redvine to my right,
That's
and
my name.
I'm Pistol Pete.
How's it going?
All's well.
So,
I thought you were talking to me.
I don't know what I was doing,
Okay.
but I know what I'm doing now, and it's saying, "Wow, what a crazy first week in the National Basketball Association of America."
Quite interesting, and we're going to talk about it right in this episode. And you know, we made some predictions the last episode.
Some good,
Some bad.
some not as good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, honestly, I forgot most of them, but the ones I do remember ended up being right.
Yeah, I mean, I thought we did pretty fair in terms of things, handicapping wise, and teams. And then there's a couple outliers, though, and things that changed our thoughts. And we'll get more into that in this episode.
Yeah.
So where do you want to start here, Mr. Jim?
Start is just kind of where everyone, I guess, is ranked at the moment.
Okay,
I think
yeah.
teams. So every team has played about 3 or so games, with the exception of the Raptors, who have up to 5.
Yeah.
So first thoughts that, well, Raptors are undefeated,
Interesting.
Bucks undefeated,
Mm-hmm.
Pistons undefeated,
Sure.
as well as the Nuggets, and most of all, the New Orleans. New Orleans.
Pelicans.
The Pelicans.
Hornets. Whoa. Come
Bringing
on
it
now.
back, old
Come on
school.
now.
But
You're not that old.
some surprises there. Not surprised about the Bucks, really. They got a solid team. Maybe I didn't think they'd probably get a loss by now, but
Out of all those teams, I'm not particularly surprised.
Pistons.
I think the Pistons, I thought they might have lost by now. But, I mean, again, this is just inside 5 games, basically. But Blake Griffin just recently went off for 50.
Unreal.
Mm-hmm.
Little Blakey getting.
Yeah. I think
Some
the pressure's
scoring.
off him over there in Detroit compared to when he was with the Clippers.
I think so. I think he's now. I honestly think he's more of the leader of the team than Drummond is.
Mm-hmm.
And I think because of that, he's getting more touches. He's getting more, possessions. So I think we finally see it
Yeah.
all work out.
Shout out to Blake. I think he's been kind of shit on for not having a post game or whatever, but he's actually pretty skilled for a big dude.
He was,
Yeah.
I didn't really get to see much of the game, but I heard, he was putting it up pretty efficiently,
Yeah.
so
So good for him.
good on him.
Good
But
for
also,
Detroit.
Drummond got in a little trouble.
Yeah. Embiid says he owns some real estate inside of his head.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I'm not a real estate, broker, but
That's
I
fair.
don't think that's possible.
It carried out to Twitter as well.
Ah,
Some words.
Embiid does love to talk a little trash.
He's kind of a trash talker, even when it comes to the off season where he goes to Caribbean resorts.
Does
and
he
play.
now?
You see that?
I have seen him do some crazy things. I didn't know he went to Caribbean resorts.
Yeah, he went to Caribbean resorts and played a bunch of white
Soccer?
dudes.
Oh, no.
Bunch of white dudes on the courts.
Really?
And trash talked and beat them all. It's kind of like, well, congratulations for being a bunch of 5'6" guys.
I saw him.
Embiid.
Yeah, Embiid doing a horse game with someone, and it was just like a shorter dude, and he was getting beat, and then he's like, "Can we dunk it?" So he just did like 5 straight dunks, and kudos to the other dude who tried to dunk it, but like that was kind of a cheap win, I thought.
I think it's just Philadelphia is just like that. I feel. I
Yeah.
just feel like the whole team, maybe not as much as Embiid, but I feel like they all kind of have that social media troll, mindset. I mean,
Yeah.
you got Simmons. Simmons messes around
Yeah,
on Twitter and Instagram
he
a
was
lot.
playing Fortnite last year with Karl Anthony Towns, and he was like, "You ain't got no game tomorrow," or "Who you got? The Hawks? Oh man, you can beat them."
Even with 2K, he was trash talking Ronnie 2K. Remember that?
Jeez, like
Because he
they're
wasn't.
definitely millennials.
That's true. He said he wasn't happy with his score, his rating, and Ronnie 2K, didn't really change. He's like, whatever. I care about Call of Duty more. And
Oh,
it's like,
ooh, those shots fired.
yeah, shoot, but
But speaking of Philadelphia, we should talk about how they're doing so far. We thought they would be a contender, and they've been a little sloppy.
they
To be
have
honest with you, what's the record right now?
right now the.
I think that's the West. Go
Oh,
up.
my bad. My
Right
bad.
there. 2 and
3. 400. Yeah.
Yeah, sloppy. They need to tighten up some things. The talent's there. We all
2
know
losses
that.
in a row.
I will say I've been watching a little bit, and Sarek, their 3-shooters, not been making threes.
And fair enough. I mean, one of the losses went to the Bucks.
Yeah.
Good team, but
And
even
the Celtics.
yeah. So I mean, you can't really like say the end is near for
Yeah.
the team.
Yeah,
But I
again,
think
5 games.
they could have won both those games. I
Yeah.
would say. I think they have the talent,
Yeah.
and I don't know. It never felt like they were ready, even like
Mhm.
going into the season.
Mm-hmm.
So, but they weren't really ready last season either.
No.
It was something that-
They ended on a 15-game win streak or something. So.
yeah. It came later on, but I think there's a little less excuse this season.
Yeah, there's
Simmons has a full
expectations.
season under his belt. Embiid is now close to a top 10 player, if not a top 10 player.
Mhm.
You shouldn't be
Yeah.
losing 2 in a row. You shouldn't be 2 and 3.
Yeah,
But
they got to tighten some things up, and I think they will. But some teams that did look good, like the Bucks, we just talked about. Giannis, your boy Giannis in the top. I think that was a
Triple-double.
mistake. That was one of my mistakes. I think he is a top 10 player after what I've
that
seen so far.
that 3-point to bring in the
yeah,
triple double.
yeah, I said he was raw, but his skills have started to really be defined. He had a triple double, I think, last night. And,
Yeah.
and he's in the running for MVP, and we'll talk about the MVP a little later in this podcast here.
But I think the Bucks, like just seeing how they're performing, and if Giannis can keep this up, I could see them top 3 in the
Yeah.
East.
On the regular season,
Season.
and possibly getting the winning.
Shoot,
the East,
if they can
possibly.
get the best of the Celtics, man, why not?
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of good teams. Raptors too. Kawhi.
Kawhi has been killing it.
Yes, he has. He's
Feels like old Kawhi.
It does. He's just acclimated just perfectly with them. He's in the MVP running as well.
I think it would be crazy to say he isn't.
Yeah.
So
The things are just going well for them. We'll probably keep it up.
Pacers.
Yeah,
I mean, I
they're
think we
about
kinda-
that.
Yeah, we were
middle of the
looking-
pack on the playoff side.
But Celtics 2-2 at the moment. 2 good wins and just
Who they lost to? They lost to. Did they lose to the Knicks or
I don't think they
Brooklyn?
lost
I
to-
think something.
Yeah, here we go.
Let's
So
see.
they lost to the Raptors, understandable.
Raptors. Okay, yeah.
But
The Magic. Yeah. Or is that the preseason?
no, that's Magic. Yeah, Magic and Raptors.
Wow.
And they lost to the Magic by. I mean, both these games were 3 points and under,
So yeah.
but still only scoring 90 on the Magic.
Mm-hmm. No wait, they lost by 12 to the Celtics there.
Oh shoot!
Oh,
I can't
goodness.
read. I cannot read
Oh,
today.
jeez.
I apologize. But they destroyed the 76ers,
They did. Well, yeah. I guess that was a big
and they
win.
barely beat the Knicks.
Yeah, that's what it was.
I think everyone has been saying this is the team that's going to make it to the finals. They got to start acting like it.
Yeah, well, the thing is, Hayward came back and
Still
Irving,
getting used. That's
yeah,
fair.
Irving is coming back, and then you got guys like Brown who developed last year, and Tatum who developed, and Rozier, guys like that. So they got just a glutton of talent over there that I don't know. It's going to be hard to fit them all together and get everyone to accept a role.
Their next
So,
4 games though are going to be
Yeah.
interesting. I think
Who they got?
they got the Thunder. I don't think they're gonna. Oklahoma City. They're probably not gonna be too much of a battle, but the next 3 games after
Ooh,
that, you got
okay.
Pistons
And the Bucks.
twice, and then the Bucks. I could see them. Shoot, I think they're gonna lose one of those.
Yeah. Dude, I mean, I'm looking down that list. You got the Nuggets, too, and the Pacers.
Yeah, I mean, then it looks pretty easy. You got the Suns, you got the Jazz. Trailblazers may be a little bit of a
Yeah,
problem.
that's similar to the Pelicans schedule.
Yeah, but then they're going right back to the Raptors
Mm-hmm.
by mid-November. So I think they just got a lot of harder games.
Mhm.
But I mean, shoot, if they almost lost to the Knicks, then any of
Yeah.
those games I said earlier could have been.
It's the NBA. It's why we play the game.
That's why we play.
I mean, any team can really just come out and beat you if you're not focused. So,
But the Raptors, how long do you think they're going to be up on their pedestal right now?
they look really good. They look composed. Kawhi's doing his thing.
Shoot.
The rest of the guys are playing just like they were last year with DeRozan.
I think
Now they
they're,
got a championship guy in Kawhi. So I think they're going to win the East. Whoa.
Calm down there.
Whoa!
Homesites.
Did someone say something?
Whoops.
I
I think we got to wait till the Celtics.
I
think
slipped and
I
I fell.
think until I think by All-Star break we're going to be able to know. I think, because I don't think, for some reason, I don't feel like
Yeah,
there's going to be a race near the end. I think it's just going to be kind of just survive and get your place in the playoffs.
Sure.
But, shoot. Yeah, I think the Raptors, because we were kind of like, not really debating them making it to the playoffs, but kind of like, I think they're
How
going to make
good
it.
are they going to be compared to what
So,
they've been?
But, shoot, expectations blown out the water right now.
Yeah, I'm just joking. I don't know if they're going to win the East or not. We'll talk about that more further on. But they look really good.
If I told you that, would you really be doubting that?
No, I mean, Kawhi's trying to convince me he's a top 3 player, so I guess he heard us. He's probably like
listening to our podcast.
He probably like clicked on my our link and
got mad at us.
Like, hey, I got something to say.
I just hope Embiid doesn't find out about our podcast.
Oh man,
he might say some stuff.
He'll
on
come
Twitter.
down here.
He might.
Yeah.
He might play horse against us and win.
He'd be like, I'm better than Shaq. I need a statue.
Dude, Embiid, that's a guy I do not want to mess with. But their next couple games, the Raptors got the Mavericks. Bucks, that's gonna be a game.
Mm-hmm.
So that could be the first loss for either of those teams.
Yeah.
Which it's bound to happen.
Yeah.
Then they got the 76ers right after. The 76ers can compose themselves a bit.
They'll clean it up.
They'll
clean it up.
But then they got, Suns. I think the Lakers Raptors game will be fun. Not saying it'll be good, but I think it would be fun.
Well, yeah, definitely. The Lakers looking pretty fun right now. Haven't been winning, but they've been a fun team to watch.
But as Pels fans, I think we can say the East is fun to watch because you don't really have to worry about them that much.
They have it so much easier than the West. It's
unreal.
Yeah,
like,
it really is.
If you throw in the Raptors over there, they'd probably make the playoffs, no doubt, but I think it would be a little bit, it'd be a struggle, and I think their wins would probably be subtracted by 5 to 10.
Yeah,
so.
I wholeheartedly agree.
So, final thoughts on the East. Bulls performing as I expected. Wizards, I was hoping for 2-2 by now.
They're all the teams we predicted.
It just seems like a team that you would think would. It's just so weird, kind of like the 2012 Lakers.
Mm-hmm. The talent's there.
The talent's there. I think Howard is
still got something left.
Still decent player on defense.
Yeah, you got Howard. You got obviously John Wall, and then Bradley Beal. I guess the chemistry is not. Last year their chemistry kind of was shown. To everyone that maybe there's something there. Maybe there's some beef. I
mean, we never really get to see Wall's true potential because he's always in the same situation every year. Yeah, and it's kind of sad because he's been in the league for a while now. Yeah, so
I don't know. The expectation is just not on them. I guess enough to push them to where some things need to change. Because I know they haven't even gotten a 50-win season under John Wall.
They're a team I would love to see succeed, though. I would love a competitive Wizards squad.
They got some studs on that team. So
Knicks, second favorite team
for you, Jim Redvine.
I get made fun of a lot for my love of the Knicks, but how do you not love Madison Square Garden? How do you not love the place that Patrick Ewing built?
It's the mecca of basketball.
It really is, and I love the culture around the Knicks. Mm-hmm. But golly, their front office is just killing the team.
Yeah, their team isn't usually very good or consistently good at all. Not since basically Patrick Ewing.
But you always wonder why not. They literally have everything going for them.
It's probably the same reason for any other big market like the Lakers. They go more for the flash kind of thing, and
because
sometimes you just need the solid move to here and there instead of trying to go real flashy.
You would think that Manhattan would be the place to be for, and I would
imagine.
I think a lot of people are thinking Durant's going to be over there. Eventually.
Or Irving, who knows?
Honestly, I would love either of those. I think I just want some spark thrown into the Knicks because I think, again, with the Wizards, a good Knicks team will make the league more fun to watch and better. And the Cavs, they're exactly as you would expect the Cavs to be when you take LeBron James out.
They haven't been playing very good at all. Or they've been playing okay, but when you're lacking a superstar like LeBron James, things are going to change.
If you take him out the Lakers, you got, exactly what the Lakers were last season. So. But I think Lakers without LeBron are better than the Cavs without LeBron.
Lakers without LeBron. Yeah, they got more young talent.
I think they do. I think, I guess they got Rondo now, too. So.
Mm-hmm. And how about that fight while we're at it?
Man,
Did you see it?
I saw a replay. I wasn't watching the game when it happened, but man, like, and it's kind of like those are two top 5 point guards.
Yeah, those
going
are
at it.
two
Those are Hall of Famers.
2 point guards that have the series wins for New Orleans for the Pelicans, and
Yeah,
apparently they've had bad blood for years. I can kind of believe
that's
that.
what I hear. That's what I hear.
I guess I don't know, maybe jealousy from one or the other. Maybe Rondo's got the rings, Paul's got the money. I don't know.
I think it could be also Chris Paul is jealous of what Rondo has accomplished, but I think Rondo's jealous of what Chris Paul has now.
Yeah, like
In a
the
sense.
money and then like the love from everyone.
Yeah.
The appearance that he's a good dude. I get that. I think I get their beef. Interesting. They're like the same guy. They're
Mhm.
very more similar than different, honestly.
But like when it first came out, everyone thought it was just Chris Paul throwing punches for no reason. But it came out later that Rondo spit on the man.
I don't know. I've seen the replay, and he did spit on him. I don't know if it was on purpose or not. He's saying he's got a mouthpiece in it. I wouldn't put it past either one of them. Like I wouldn't put it past Rondo
'Cause
for
Rondo-
spitting a dude,
yeah.
and then I wouldn't put it past Paul for making it up or something like that. But honestly, it was a top 10 NBA fight. I enjoyed it
What was it,
thoroughly.
Ingram who got in?
Yeah, and then Ingram, the dude who's usually chill, and he just blew up. I think he was just angry at Harden for, I guess, Harden.
Being Harden.
He flops a good bit, and I guess he was fed up with that. But it was weird seeing him blow up. He threw a haymaker, a nice little punch there on Chris Paul.
But
I
yeah,
enjoyed that fight, though.
Both those teams, though, 12 and 13 respectively in the West right now.
Who's that? The Lakers and the Rocks? Wow.
Yeah, so both are 1 and 3.
Mm.
Both of them, I'm surprised. You would think that Showtime LeBron would at least be 50% right now, and you would think the Rockets,
This
almost
is the
making it
West.
to the finals, man. And like, I don't even know who they lost to. Let's see here. We got
Our Pelicans, baby.
well, of course, the Pels. Like, go Pels.
Mm-hmm.
But Jazz. They lost to the Jazz by 11 points.
Well, Jazz are a good team.
The Jazz is a good team, but the Rockets almost made it to the finals last year.
Well, was it last year, Mr. J. Murray Vine?
That's
I think
fair.
it's present year.
That's fair, but honestly, I thought this would be a better Rockets team.
They look old.
Yeah.
I'm going to say it right there. They look old. Obviously, people see it saying they're missing Ariza and Bamute. Yeah, they're missing just defensive presence.
Yeah.
And wing help and forward players at the forward position. They got Carmelo now, but,
I will say it was a good win against the Lakers, though.
Yeah.
That was a good win there.
Is that their only win?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. But, Pels, they exploded on the Rockets in Houston, too. That was the first one in Houston in a long time.
Is it Pels hour? Shall we start?
Shall we just jump on into
Let's
it?
go on in it.
So, as Pels fans, we are very ecstatic about.
I'm hyped, man.
We are seeing
Let's do
an
it.
incredible start right now.
3-0.
3-0.
Hey, we're going to the ship. 82-0 in the regular season.
They just feel like they're clicking, and I'm trying my best not to be biased.
Right.
Because I'm a Pels fan, but I'm also an NBA fan.
You're trying to like.
Because we've been real about all these teams.
Your
I wanna
expectations.
I want to be real with the Pels just as much, but I'm excited. They just, for some reason, they look like they're clicking just as well as they did in the playoffs.
Yeah, the chemistry's there. They're just
Yeah,
like
with a lot
they
of
know
new
what to do
players.
now compared to in years past with Andy Davis teams. They just kind of like go out there and just like they don't know what they're doing.
I agree.
No flow, nothing.
Beat the
Like
Clippers,
the like the last game, the Clippers, perfect example. Years past, I think they'd lose that game. The first 2 games they were really hot, shooting and moving, whatnot. But Clippers game they struggled a little bit, but they pulled it off. They grinded a win out, and now they're 3-0. Mirotic,
Yeah.
my boy Mirotic.
Oh, man.
What if he gets an All-Star
Dude,
shout?
with the Pels,
Mhm.
that'd be sick. I mean,
Let's just go down the list of players right now that's playing well for the Pels. Mirotic, obviously Davis.
my man Davis. Shoot, yeah, point guard's looking good too,
Oh,
man.
Mr. Alfred Payton, how are you? Man.
Dude, those are definitely the bigger stars.
Julius Randle, he's been absolutely solid off the bench. Perfect 6-man for us.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting that.
You weren't expecting that?
I didn't think he would click well with the Pels. I think especially whenever we had some pretty decent hole to fill whenever Cousins was gone. I wasn't really.
Well, his defense, his post game on offense really.
To see if it was dirty. Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Because there's no trash can.
Yes, ma'am.
We'll edit that.
But yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah, the Pelicans, man. I thought Julius Randle's post game is really solid. I was watching highlights on him, when we got him, and he's done exactly what he's done in his highlights.
And I apologize for the cut there. We had a cleaning lady come in our recording studio.
Yeah, I mean, we're dirty. What can I say?
Yeah, that's what you get for recording on school campus, I guess. But back to the Pels. Good win against the Kings. But again, it's the Kings. I can't really say that as
they put 149 points on them, so even if
you let
Kings,
them go 129 on you, though.
Yeah. Well, the last part of the fourth quarter there, they were just kind of letting it roll. It was like 40 points on each side in the fourth quarter.
Davis, he's making himself known as he wants the MVP this year.
Mm-hmm. And he's put up the numbers. And
the blocks, man.
Yeah. I will say that. His blocking has been a little bit, he's more active on that seemingly this year.
I think because he has to. He doesn't, because Boogie helped with that.
Yeah. In terms of just creating, taking up space.
A wall. Yeah. So
Davis, Mirotic, maybe, this is my thing. I think he can be an all-star if he keeps it up.
I hope so, man.
Etuan Moore, underrated, been solid, making threes, shooting little floaters. Drew Holiday hasn't had the best start, but we think he'll get it going. His defense has been real active. I like that.
I think that's one thing you can always count on is his defense being there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think there's been many times where you said that was a bad defensive performance by Holiday. His shot, though, of course, you're always not going to get playoff.
Right.
Holiday.
He was doing 40 points almost.
Yeah, him and Davis just killing it.
Yeah, he'll get it going offensively, but
if he does, I think we're making a run for that.
Dude, I mean, I think we might get to the Western Conference Finals.
I'm
really that confident right now.
We're in a very, very hard conference, though.
Yeah.
I mean, look, even when the Nuggets are good, you're in a hard conference when the Nuggets are good.
Yeah, we're excited, but we're keeping it real. It's good. It's still a long season.
But let's be real. Warriors, they're still looking
like the Warriors do.
Win it all. Curry, man, what was it? He had 11 3-pointers by the end of the third.
He had 51 points.
Unreal.
Yesterday.
Unreal.
And, dude,
Two of them were from right after half court.
It was 80 to 71 at half. It was ridiculous.
They're saying, right now, the amount of threes he's shooting, he's on pace for 530-plus 3-pointers this season, which I'm not saying he's going to get that, but to ever be at that pace is kind of insane after 4 games. I guess, is it 5 games for them? I think it's 5.
They were at 4-1.
They're at 5, yeah. But still, that's incredible. And I think it's going to be another 400-plus.
400-plus.
3-point season for him. I think we're going to get 2016 Curry back.
Yeah, I know you just said it before we started this. You think he's going to be the MVP?
I think so. I don't want him to be. I want my man Anthony Davis.
Yeah.
But I think if he keeps on putting unreal numbers up, I think there's favoritism towards Steph, though, in the league.
And compared to, I know voters get fatigued.
Yeah, exactly. He's a fun player to watch. But so is, everyone else in the MVP, but Steph is Steph.
When he gets it going,
he's the only player you can ever say can just is automatic from 3.
Mm-hmm.
So I think he could win it. I really want Anthony Davis to win it, but I think him, Davis, and Kawhi are going to go out. Because LeBron hasn't really put up his MVP.
He has put the numbers, but he's not.
But
he's not making the impact.
That's what I'm saying. Because I think for an MVP, you look at MVP LeBron, his team is going all the way, and Curry, he doesn't even have to be on the court. They'd still probably win most of their games.
I think that's a big thing because you got so many other stars on their team. So,
but I think what I would like for it to be is a running between Kawhi and Anthony Davis.
I think that would be fair
because they're both the face of their franchise now, and I think. And it's fair both defensive powerhouses, both can score fairly well.
It's fair to say that Kawhi is out of the shadow of Pop now. So, this is him.
It's no longer team. You're good because you play for Pop.
Yeah, it's you're good on your own right kind of thing.
Exactly.
So, I agree. I think that's the one thing he is missing. He's missing MVP. So, both of those guys are going to be there.
God, I want Kawhi to get one so bad, but not at the expense of Anthony Davis.
Yeah. Didn't they had a co-MVP one year, wasn't it? Or was that just co-rookie of the year? Yeah. Maybe I'm thinking the NFL.
I don't know. I don't really follow the NFL that well, so that maybe. But Kings 2-3. Nah.
It was a random team to pull up.
I mean, I was just pulling up random ones here.
Yeah, 2-3. They got 2 wins. Man,
That's what. Yeah, it caught my eye.
okay. I mean,
Rockets,
they did look
yeah.
good when they played the Pelicans. I'll say Marvin Bagley looked real active and real solid post game actually. So
Well, they better get ready for when Cousins comes back.
for who? The Kings?
Kings.
Oh, really? You think he's gonna come back to the
My
Kings?
my head prediction is gets himself a ring
And then comes back to where it started.
where he's healed. He already got the money.
Mhm.
He's healed. He has a ring. Why not go back to the Kings? What do you have to lose?
I don't know. I mean, they still got Vlade Divac there and that owner that I don't really like. So, but maybe it could
true.
happen. I've seen crazier things. Obviously, I didn't think he'd go to the Warriors. So, anything's possible with that dude.
Okay, I think we all knew there was a good chance. We just literally did not want to admit it until.
Really, dude, I did not think he's gonna take $5 million.
Okay, not that much, but not that easy. But I think for some reason, I just felt near the end he was ready to I want a ring. He's always been
kind of about himself.
kind of about himself and getting the ring, which is fair. That's what a lot of players are.
Mhm.
Some people care more. Carmelo Anthony cares way more about how much money he's made more money than LeBron has in
Mhm.
his career,
Really?
and by a pretty good
Mhm.
margin too. But in a sense where it's I don't think people were championship caliber teams probably weren't turning him down. It was just he went to New York because that's where the money was.
Yeah, and the exact opposite, like David West turned down money and came to the Warriors.
And honestly, to each his own. I mean,
Yeah.
I can't really say anything about either.
I mean, if you love the game that much, I understand both. I understand both. If
But
you love the game that much, and then if if you don't love the game that much, it's all about the job for you. Then
But the NBA is it's a league where legacy matters a ton. Because you got the NFL, and I don't feel like legacy isn't really. I mean, maybe
I think just
recently.
more for the quarterbacks in the NFL.
Yeah, and there's always who's the GOAT? You got Breeze, you got Marino, you got
Rodgers, you got
Manning. Yeah, I mean, I think for the NBA, just the GOAT status is even now, Charles Barkley and Shaquille O'Neal, they're
Yeah, they go at it on TNT
all the time, and
Look, Google me, Chuck. Google me.
I got the rings, Chuck.
Oh, Shaq. And then guys even
You got Dwayne Wade carrying you, Shaq.
Kobe's carrying your ass up and down the court.
You remember that fight, right?
Yeah,
That was incredible.
That's what happens when Ernie Johnson's not there.
Earn.
That's
Yes.
terrible. He went off on a dude on Twitter,
Ernie did?
No, Charles Barkley.
I'm Ernie wouldn't hurt a fly.
No, but Charles Barkley. Someone was saying something about Markel Fultz, why are we, feeling happy for him or something like that. And Charles Barkley's we want to feel happy for him. Why don't you just shut up and get up? And he was just hilarious.
Barkley. That is
Yeah.
just Barkley. Speaking of Barkley, the Suns got whipped by the Warriors. They whipped the Mavericks. Got whipped by the Nuggets. And they got whipped by the Lakers. But they lost worse to the Warriors than the Lakers, which I expected, but not by much.
The Lakers kind of playing pissed off from what I read.
Really?
Luke Walton went off on his team, I think, for the effort in practice the day before, and yeah, rightfully so. They should start getting some wins, the Lakers. But the Suns, they bunch of young talent. Devin
They're
Booker.
going to be good, though, I think. Not
Eventually,
this season. I think in 2 seasons we're going to be seeing a Nugget situation with the Suns.
Yeah, eventually. Devin he went off that first. That's why they won that first game.
Absolutely.
Dude could not miss. And then they got Ayton, the rookie. He's got plenty of potential to grow. There's a bunch of young other talent. Jared was it Jackson? Can't even think of Josh Jackson.
But you heard what Kobe said. He said if the Lakers went 0-5,
He'd come back.
He would come back.
He should come back.
He's not happy with. But I mean, that's of course the GOAT conversation's coming up again because of LeBron not doing so hot. Well, LeBron's doing good.
Mm-hmm.
The Lakers aren't, and everyone's oh, Kobe wouldn't let that happen.
Mm-hmm.
But
could you imagine if he did come back? That would be insane.
I think it would be like a Michael Jordan Wizards move, where
coming back to the Lakers with LeBron.
Yeah, I think.
Oh my gosh.
Oh gosh, honestly,
Could you imagine? Jeez.
I think that everyone, no matter what team, would just watch the Lakers play.
Yeah. I watch them right now because LeBron's there. And I don't even know why. LeBron used to be my favorite player. But
When Davis came.
yeah, well, when Hurricane Katrina came and we almost lost the team, I kind of started sticking more to the Hornets/Pelicans than LeBron. But I
do.
still followed him.
But I have a friend. He's a LeBron bro, and he was always saying like the Cavs were his team, and he hasn't said much about the Cavs lately.
Oh, and he just flipped like,
Yeah,
how about them Lakers?
No, exactly.
And
So
that's just how it goes.
that's how it goes. You wanna?
Oh, that's my girl.
That's your girl.
We'll cut that out later.
We'll forget about that. I think we should keep it. I think it shows we're real and we're human.
We're human beings.
We're human beings. We're not just these celebrities that.
I know, people are
Yeah,
just
I think
running
so.
across the street. Pistol!
Yeah,
Pistol,
exactly.
it's me!
But of course, at the bottom of the West,
The Thunder.
0-3.
Man, what happened? I thought we were predicting them to make the
Yeah.
playoffs.
Well, I feel dumb, and I'll call up Russell, and let him know how I'm feeling right now, and I think
They're playing today.
they are Celtics.
Mm.
7-3.
Hey, they better get it together quickly.
They better start playing some 2K. Figure out some.
I guess the chemistry
some
just
lineups.
the chemistry's not there like we thought there would be. Obviously, Russ just started playing last
Yeah.
game, but they still lost to the Kings.
Kings by 11,
Yeah, so
but Warriors by 8. They just want to beat the Warriors. I think that's their best performance is always.
that's the thing. When good teams come to town, you're kind of like you're hyped to play them, and then when you play someone that's not as good, you kind of you lose focus or you're not as motivated. So
So since KD left
Yeah.
Oklahoma, how many
That's
times have they
I
beat the Warriors?
felt like they won. I know I definitely saw them win a couple times, or at least
I was
once.
wondering if it was like 1 or 2.
They've definitely beat each other. So I don't know.
I think the
I
first
don't,
season the Warriors swept them.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think there's much bad blood there. I mean, there probably still is. This
I
is
think
what
they're
they
starting
say.
to realize that KD. I think he's just.
You forgive, but you don't forget.
I think he's about to be leaving the Warriors. I think even Warriors fans. I've been seeing a lot of stuff on like the NBA subreddit about Warriors fans. Like, yeah, we expect KD to leave after this season.
Really,
I mean, he has nothing else to stay for. I think they're keeping Clay and they're keeping Curry.
they're gonna keep that core that won them the first one.
Yeah, and I think KD's like, well, where's the money at? Because he might end up with 3 rings.
That's true.
So,
I don't know. Yeah, but we were predicting that last time, huh?
so
Okay,
Grizzlies, though, incredible. I don't expect them to go 500. I'm not saying it's incredible. I'm saying it's incredible.
like
It's incredible that they
like they
surprised
walked
me.
on water or something.
No, incredible as in they surprised me, going 50%. And I feel terrible saying that because it's the Grizzlies.
You like the Grizzlies?
I don't dislike the Grizzlies,
I think
but
they're okay. You know,
they're not.
they're like in a weird position.
They're
where
in a very hard. I mean, they're doing better than the Clippers.
It's the
They're
NBA.
better
It's sports.
than the Rockets.
It's competition. You know.
I expected the Grizzlies
Anyone
to be
can win.
pretty much at level with the Timberwolves and the Suns, honestly. But
It's still early in the season.
it
so,
is. It is.
I mean, they're in a weird position.
It's
I'll say,
incredible.
because they got Conley and Gasol, who are like veterans, who are really good veterans. But then they're trying to rebuild in a way. So they're in a weird position where do they rebuild or not?
And according to the NBA subreddit, random fact, Lonzo Ball shooting 61%.
61%. Yeah, Lonzo looks solid. People be crapping on him because his dad, but I think he's actually going to be a solid player.
His dad has been quiet though.
That's true. I guess when he was loud, he wasn't selling much. He was only being loud, He's doing what Donald Trump does. Just like any press is good press. So
Well, so you heard the NBA is going to be opening up like a new, like they're going to be accepting like people who don't want to go to college.
oh yeah,
They're
the G
like-
League thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So goodbye JBA.
JBA.
Yeah.
That's his
Lamar's
little
league.
league.
Yeah, and they went on the U.S. tour where they went around and played like national teams or national teams quotation marks.
I mean, I'll give it to him. He's trying. I mean,
But I mean, I've
I
heard
don't know if it's
horror
succeeding.
stories from the league, like people not getting paid, and if they do get paid, it's not a lot. But it's also like, man, I just think go to college. I don't think the NCAA rule is fried. I think it's like if they should be able to go out of high school if they can. There's no reason.
you think they should do the baseball rule maybe or no? Because it's so different in basketball. One player can make a difference compared to baseball.
I'm a big college basketball fan,
Mm-hmm.
so I would like to see players stay longer than they do because I think it's hard. Just like that's why Kentucky, like
They just
Every
they
good
just
player they
rotate
get,
rotate
exactly.
freshmen every year.
I would love for them to stay longer, but at the same time, I understand as athletes, you want to go get paid as soon as you can.
Yeah, get paid.
In baseball,
Yeah.
it's different because there's so many like minor leagues. Like
You can make a living. The thing I think the big thing is your minor league has to be able to sustain a living for a player.
and I think yeah.
I think that's a big thing. Like
It's-
you can't just give them $20,000 expect them to be okay with that.
And the longevity of baseball players, it's harder to make it to the majors
That's
than a lot of other sports. So I think like they go to college, get an education and even develop. Like if you go to a big school like Texas or Vanderbilt,
I think what they should do is just like you said, they should open it up for anyone to come out whenever they want.
yeah.
But then the G League, their minor league, should pay enough to where those players can make a living at least.
yeah.
And
I think like,
they should invest in that.
but I think in the current situation, I think there's no reason not to go to a college team for a year.
Right.
I think like playing for Kansas or
Mhm.
Duke or Kentucky, or like Virginia Tech or something,
Mhm.
you're gonna develop a lot quicker and a lot better than playing
Yeah.
in the JBA.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's an interesting debate. What they should do with that, and I think it should change from what it is right now. 'Cause
Absolutely, because then you got like
you already have a good sample size of what's happening, and it's not making a good product in college basketball. In the NBA, it's still got the problem where these young dudes aren't developing right.
was it LeBron made like a movie, right, or something?
Ben Simmons made a movie.
Ben Simmons,
Our
made
boy
one.
from LSU.
Yeet. But also, I think LeBron is making a documentary on like the NCAA rules and why it needs to change. So
Yeah.
LeBron, the filmmaker, trying to catch Kobe with the
Oscar.
With the Oscar.
But he's trying to be more of a movie star now. He's in LA. Speaking of them,
He was in that Amy Poehler movie couple years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of the Lakers, how have they been looking in your estimation?
They've been looking fun.
Fun?
Not good, but fun.
They've been entertaining.
That Spurs game, man.
Oof, back and forth.
I'm not gonna trash LeBron though. People have been trashing him because they're like, you're gonna make that three, but you're gonna miss the free throws.
Hey, it is what it is. Sometimes pressure gets to
It
you, sometimes it
happens.
doesn't.
And then they're gonna say like Kobe would have made those. Kobe is able to have faults too.
Yeah.
I mean, I think people forget all the bad things that Kobe,
Yeah.
his low points in his career. So
Well, people remember the great stuff and they forget or vice versa. They remember, your biggest defeats nowadays. And
yeah, I think especially now, I think
compared to your wins.
for some reason people want to dog on LeBron more than they want to dog on Kobe.
I guess because LeBron kind of, he's almost asking for it in a way. Like he just sets himself up for it too much. Like going to Miami with like that thing, the decision. Like who the heck does that?
Yeah, I don't. It's kind of like I keep going back and forth on how I feel about LeBron and
Yeah.
those things. I definitely don't dislike LeBron.
Yeah, I think he's great for that. I love watching the man.
I think
play
wherever
basketball.
he goes, he's going to make the team much better. And right now, you can tell he's having fun. Maybe not like at this moment, being in the hole,
Mhm.
but I think he's having a good time in LA.
Mhm.
I think that's where he wants to be.
Mhm.
So.
Kudos for him if he wants to do things outside of basketball.
But think about it,
That's
he's
on
one
him.
of the few players who can do that.
Yeah.
Like literally any team, maybe except the Warriors. Shoot, I think the Warriors would even clear out
What?
if they could get LeBron.
Yeah.
I don't think they would want him, but I'm saying like any team would do whatever they can to get him.
Yeah.
And I think that's maybe only Kevin Durant, maybe Harden, maybe Davis can
Yeah.
do that.
Those kind of players.
Because LeBron, no matter what position you're lacking, you're better with LeBron.
Yeah. And will they get it together? Probably so. I think I still got them in the playoffs. The thing is they don't have a second star. LeBron doesn't have that go-to second star like he usually has. They have a bunch of young players that are still developing and a bunch of veterans that are kind of, it's just an oddly fitting team overall.
So I've watched a little bit, but is Lonzo starting?
Rondo started the first, and then he got suspended because of the fight. And then
So
Lonzo is starting right now during the suspensions.
When they were predicting that, I was excited. I was just waiting for LeVar Ball
To say
to
something.
say something like Rondo being old and
Did he say something? I thought he did.
did he?
I think
don't
he
know.
did say something like.
Are people just like so tired?
They didn't
of
get
it?
Rondo. Yeah, I don't know. It was. It was something that just like went past my ears after I heard it.
I mean, yeah, just one.
Yeah, just like
Just going in and out.
typical LeVar.
I think, I don't know. I just want that team to succeed. I want them in the postseason. I would love to see them go against, some good teams in the playoffs.
I would love to see a Warriors-Lakers first round. That would be fun. Very fun.
I think, honestly, I could just see Draymond and all them doing whatever they can to blow them out the water.
Draymond against like Rondo or Lance Stevenson. And shoot, maybe Brandon Ingram will explode again.
Dude, I just want them. It's probably gonna be like 180 to like 70 in those, because I think the Warriors, they just want to prove to LeBron that he can't do anything whenever they're.
It's the West, baby. I mean,
the wild West.
I mean, this ain't the East anymore where you can just sit on your laurels and expect wins. You gotta go out and get it. So, I think they will, but it's definitely gonna be a tough road, and I don't think they're going to make much noise this year. But
so playoff predictions. Let's go back to that. Anything
Overall.
really changed in the East for you? I think it's pretty solid. Honestly, I don't think anything changed. I still think the 76ers and Celtics are going to come back, and I think,
Yeah, nothing's really changed. No one out of like the bottom
I think we said the Cavs, they had a chance.
I didn't say that.
I think maybe I said that. I said they had a chance of maybe making it to the first round. But looking at it now, I think they got.
There's just not enough talent on any of those other teams that.
But I think we were looking because they didn't really have that much to go against. Because I think all the teams were like definites. Everyone else is kind of up in the air.
Yeah, all the other teams that are below that are kind of just like middle. Hornets maybe with Kemba.
I want to see Young bring the Hawks there, man. I don't think they will, but I would like to see that.
Yeah, there's just not much talent there. That's same thing with the Brooklyn Nets.
Walker's not going to do it for the Hornets, I don't think.
No. Brooklyn Nets. Chicago got some young talent again, but it's just not enough,
Again, I hope the Wizards explode, and I think they're going to make it, though.
Yeah.
I think they're going to make it.
We're fine. It's 4 games into the season.
I know, but you also see, you're starting to see how they play, though. It's not, in your head. Right. I think it's going to work out. But
these are just initial thoughts.
I
think we're fine on the East.
Conference Finals, Raptors, man. I think they got a good shot. I think the 3 teams I can see making it to the finals, Celtics are still number 1. Then you got Raptors. Then you got Bucks. Or I don't know, man. Bucks may be over the Raptors right now for me.
Right now, I got probably the Raptors.
That's number 1.
I think the Raptors.
I mean, they're for real, man.
I think they're really good.
I'm not doubting.
I don't know if that thing is still in their head with the playoffs, the pressure basically of can we do it or not. I mean, Kawhi is a different guy. He's got a championship under his belt, so maybe that'll calm him down.
Granted, it was a little while ago.
Your championship for life, they can't take that away from you.
That's true. That was Heat LeBron.
Yeah, so it'll be different this year. I think it'll be probably Raptors and I think Raptors, Celtics in the Eastern Conference Finals.
I think what I want would be Celtics, Raptors, but I think it's going to be Celtics, Bucks.
Celtics, Bucks.
I think the Celtics.
Hey, you can make an argument for the Bucks. They're playing good.
They're playing
Giannis,
good. I think,
Brooke Lopez has been solid for them lately.
I think
Chris Middleton, Eric Bledsoe, Malcolm Brogdon. I can just name the whole team.
Antetokounmpo, dude, I think he knows he's probably not going to win the MVP this year, but I think it's crazy he's not going to be in the race.
He's taken huge steps in development. He really is. He's not as raw as he used to be, so it's encouraging for the league.
So for Western,
some Greek freaks.
I think the Nuggets are gonna. They're good. I just think they're gonna fall a little bit.
Probably more of the middle of the pack.
I think they're gonna be more middle of the pack, but I cannot say with faith that they're gonna make it to the conference finals.
The Nuggets, no. I mean, they've been struggling to make the playoffs, so I mean it's fair to say.
I think the Rockets are gonna come back.
I think the Nuggets will be fine though.
The Nuggets are.
I think they're gonna make the playoffs.
They're gonna make it. I think the Lakers and the Rockets are gonna come back though.
Yeah, all those teams in the bottom. I'm not so confident with the Thunder. Even with Westbrook and George, their chemistry is really. They got to get it together.
I was hoping for more, man. I think we also said they probably had a good chance of making it, but
I think I might put the Spurs over them. I know we didn't mention the Spurs last time.
No, yeah, we didn't have confidence in the Spurs. We said this could be the first time in 20-something years they didn't make the playoffs.
Yeah, but I think the Spurs look solid. We mentioned the Trailblazers that not making it, but the Timberwolves haven't responded quite as much. They kept Jimmy Butler. They haven't traded him yet.
That's good.
Yeah, so Cat hasn't played well. Wiggins has played okay. Butler's played like Butler. So I don't know. They don't look as good as they did last year. Still early, but maybe the Trailblazers
Don't
get
sleep
in.
on Rose.
Don't sleep on Rose.
MVP, buddy.
I think he's still got a little bit something, but it's just so much scar tissue there, physically and mentally.
Yeah, exactly.
Who
Again,
else?
Pels. I gotta go.
Dude,
to the
I'm
conference
hyped. I'm
finals.
hyped for my Pels, man. Come on now.
I want them to go after. I want the Warriors to just sleep on them and then
Yeah.
make them go to 6 or 7 games.
Yeah, I think it's a good big season for the Pelicans. I think it might be the best in their seasons, their history so far.
Take the wins early, man.
Yeah, pile those bad boys up as much as we can because this West gets difficult.
You take them where you can. If we can
Yeah.
get some good wins against the Nuggets and oh my god,
Sorry.
I apologize for that. Our
Hey.
recording studio.
Yeah, that's not us. That's someone else.
But I think shoot, if we can take some good wins against the Nuggets, I don't see many wins against the Warriors in the regular season, if any.
Really?
Yeah, maybe one.
Yeah. I mean, it'll be. They always got our number in a way.
I think the Warriors are they're gonna know that we're gonna be the real deal, and they're gonna
play up. They're
They're
gonna
gonna
kind of
play
make a
up.
statement on us. I can see that.
I think
But I
we
got confidence this season with the Pelicans, man.
Oh, dude, Pelicans, Lakers.
Too hyped.
I'm ready to see some
hyped for it.
LeBron action against the Pels. We haven't really had that.
I haven't.
So
So
It's looking
we're
good.
hyped. We hyped. Come on,
So,
Pels.
overall-
Believers, baby.
very few surprises. Everything's kind of living up to
Yeah, this was just more of an initial thoughts
again,
thing.
5 games in.
Yeah,
So
5 games. Still very early
We'll
season.
talk to you in 10 games.
Yeah, we'll probably what we'll do is during the dog days of the season when things don't look like they're changing much, we'll probably start getting more into our hypotheticals. Maybe
Some
talk
more-
Pelicans history.
Some more conversations.
Yeah.
But anything for by next week? Any predictions? I think the Raptors are going to take their first loss this week to somebody.
Let's see. Out of all the undefeated teams,
I think I can see the Bucks staying undefeated. I think the Raptors are going to drop one.
of those teams are going to lose when
I
they
think
play each other.
Yes, yeah.
Pistons, I think, are going to lose. I think the Pels got a tough schedule coming up, so they might get a loss.
I think the Nuggets.
I'm
I don't think there's going to be anyone.
You don't think there's
undefeated in the Western?
I think that's fair to say. I don't think there's going to be anyone undefeated, maybe in the entire league,
Yeah, unless
left next week.
unless Baron Davis decides to come back.
Oh, really?
And
And then just starts running the table.
I wouldn't mind, man.
Yeah.
So I think to end this episode, we didn't do predictions of the awards.
We didn't.
So I say,
You want to make bold predictions like what we think exactly will happen.
yeah, I think we just go over who we expect to get all these awards.
Okay.
So I think we start with
MVP or you want to go?
Let's do rookie.
You want to go up? You know.
Well, who do you think for rookie? Honestly, I don't know much about the rookie scene right now.
You know Trae Young.
I know Trae Young, and I was gonna say I think Trae Young. I think he's shooting pretty hot right now.
Mm-hmm.
I think he has the hunger.
Mm-hmm.
I think he could be a star.
Really?
I think so. I could see him taking this rookie of the year. What about you?
I think he'll get the touches, and I kind of agree. I think because of that, he probably will get the rookie of the year. Just like how Damian Lillard got it against Anthony Davis. He got the touches, and he was a more developed player. But I think down the future, you got to look at DeAndre Ayton. That dude's got so much potential to grow. He's a big man, athletic. He's got a nice little touch. I think he'll definitely grow. Maybe not win Rookie of the Year, but he's got potential to grow. Doncic looking solid. But Trae Young is my winner.
If Young gets the Hawks to the playoffs, I think it's his. I'm not saying.
Yeah, no doubt.
I think it's
like
very
Donovan
unlikely. Yeah, I think it's unlikely
Or
that.
Ben Simmons, I guess. Marvin Bagley, I see his name in there. Shout out to him. He looks solid for the Kings.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Kevin Cox. Knox is in there.
Kevin Knox
Kevin Knox.
for the your Knicks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Coach of the year.
Brad Stevens.
Yeah,
I agree with that.
I agree.
I think it's kind of like one of those things where they'll pay you back with since you didn't win it last year or something like that.
I just know the NBA is going to want to give it to Kerr because they love giving it to Kerr.
No, they ain't gonna give it to Kerr. Stevens hasn't won it yet. They're gonna give it definitely to Brad Stevens. Even
I
if,
think he deserves it. I think he's.
yeah, I mean, it's not like he's undeserving. It's just, I think anyone who comes up won't stand a chance if he's doing well.
Okay. Defensive Player of the Year.
Rudy Gobert is what they got.
Yeah,
I
we're
don't
looking
know.
at sportsnews.com and kind of going through what we think of it. They got Rudy Gobert winning it. That's not a bad guess. I just think Kawhi is just so above
Really
everyone else. I do. I think they won't give it to Davis because he's going to be in the running
for the MVP.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean,
I
last year I thought they kind of screwed it up. I thought Davis should have won it last year. Gobert only played 56 games.
Draymond Green, they have his name in there too.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
I think it's going to be. I could see Gobert. I could see Gobert again.
I
Or
think,
Kawhi. Either.
I
I mean,
think-
you can't go wrong with anyone.
I think Kawhi and AD are going to both be in the MVP running.
so they're going to cancel that out, kind of.
Yeah, I for some reason, I think, but could you see it like one gets the MVP, one gets defensive player?
Yeah,
I think that's possible.
I think Gobert will win it.
I think so. I think, yeah.
He makes a pretty big impact with his. Dude's just long. I know Davis kind of plays.
And he's
Plays himself.
deserving of something. It's been a while, you know.
Mm-hmm.
No,
No, he won last year.
Did he? Was he
Yeah,
one?
yeah,
Oh,
he won.
you're-
That's why I was saying they
I'm
messed.
stupid. I don't know what I'm talking about. Sixth man of the year, they got JJ.
JJ, interesting.
Yeah.
I got to give a shout out to my boy Randall, or for the Pelicans.
Dude, I would love that.
I think he's going to be coming off the bench.
I just think JJ has more of that star power to his name. And I think if he can get some, if he can be the sharpshooter, if he can be like a Kyle Korver
Mhm.
for them, yeah, they say in here Eric Gordon. I don't think so.
Typical like Eric Gordon, Lou Williams, those guys.
I don't see Gordon doing it.
Not again. Not this year. Carmelo, no, I don't think Carmelo could do it.
I don't want Carmelo
Yeah.
to do it.
I could see JJ. I think our boy Randall will win it though.
Most
Boom.
improved player.
Most improved.
They're saying Miles Turner for the Pacers.
That's a good one.
That's a very good one. People online were joking about Curry being it. If Curry can get his 500 3-pointers, that is a good
He
argument.
can only improve so much. Yeah, I like Miles Turner as most improved.
I think if I want joke here, if Carmelo could just like explode,
Mm.
I don't know, man.
Most improved, nah,
If Lonzo still keeps shooting, you think he has an argument?
possibly. If you're gonna win it from like being like that rookie and developing big time, you got to put up some big numbers.
That's fair. That's fair.
I
'Cause
think-
everyone explodes or something.
Yeah, like there's more of a stats thing on that one. Like you're gonna have to put up the numbers too to back up.
Okay, MVP here,
Woo!
the big one. Pels fan of me says Anthony Davis.
Mm.
NBA fan of me says Anthony Davis.
I think this is Davis's year.
I think so.
This is my Pelicans year.
I don't think Harden's getting it. I think they're saying bye to Harden.
No, they ain't giving it Harden this
I
year.
think Curry has a better shot at getting it than Durant, though.
You think Curry?
I think so. I don't know.
That's
I'm feeling this is Curry's year, and I was kind of saying that a little bit on the last podcast.
It's hard pressed not to put his name in there because he puts up the numbers, but it's also because he plays for the Warriors. So
Yeah. I just think for Davis, this is his time to prove that you just lost DeMarcus Cousins. You got a bunch of young guys, and I mean, pretty much the only, thing going for you is, because a lot of people think he's leaving.
I mean, not after this season, they won't.
Yeah. I think if the Pels can put up a good fight in the playoffs,
Yeah, we're
maybe
gonna
go to the finals.
we're
I
gonna
don't
free
know.
Dell Demps. He's not lousy, David Stern. Come on now.
So,
Come on now. He put together a great team. Davis is gonna lead us to the promised land.
but I think his biggest competitor in the MVP race is Showtime LeBron for the Lakers.
He's actually a pretty good pick for MVP, LeBron. Because if you can
It
improve that
works.
team,
It works. I think his style of play right now, I think for that team, he's definitely the most valuable player.
right?
But
Yeah,
of course, any team LeBron goes to, he's the most valuable
that's
player.
true.
So,
They're gonna have to get their win totals up, but
they will.
I mean, if they did, like he's definitely actually has a case for him because, you're doing exactly what a most valuable player does, taking a team and improving them.
So, yeah, Anthony Davis.
MVP.
All right. Well, I think we're kind of running out on time here.
Yeah. Well,
Any final thoughts you would like to say?
I'm just happy the NBA season's back.
Me too.
Our Pelicans, were making us believers. I'm pumped for our future. NBA overall is just looking good. You know.
Yeah, I think the
Bunch
Pelicans
of
got
good
some
plays.
got some good games coming up. They got both the Jazz and then the Nuggets within 2 days of each other.
The Nets too.
Yeah.
Right before that.
So the Nuggets, that's gonna be a fun game.
Yeah. Maybe they'll both be undefeated still by then.
Oh man, I would love that.
That'd be cool.
But yeah, I think that's kind of all I got to say.
Yeah.
Join us next week. Well, I guess 5 more games, and we'll kind of dissect what's going on. Does anything hold up? Does anything surprise us?
Yeah, and we'll make these more brief, and we'll get more into those basketball hypotheticals. I mean, if you know who we actually are, then please.
Have you been sharing this with anybody?
I have. And just please make suggestions if you did have any topics. If
Well, all
you
right.
wanted us to talk, or if you wanted to join us.
If you want to join
Feel
us,
free.
come on down.
Yeah, we'll
Join the show. Come to
We'll-
our recording studio.
yeah we'll sign your hat or something.
I don't know, maybe. All right, gang.
Alright. This is the 6 men. We gotta sign them off.
Should I play him a little song?
Oh, sure. We got a piano in front of us. Might as well play it off.
I'll play it off.
All right. Hey. Okay. Hey.
This is Jim Redvine.
And this is Pistol Pete.
Have a good week.